Good day, everyone. I am Rochelle Mauricio from BSCD English 2-1A. I'm going to discuss the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers, particularly the Article 12, Section 1 and the Article 13, Section 1. But before we delve into that, let me state first what is the Code of Ethics and its preamble. So, pursuant to the provisions of the paragraph E, Article 11 of Republic Act number 7836, otherwise known as the Philippine Teachers
Professionalization Act,
1994, and paragraph A, section 6, PD number 223, as amend the Board for Professional Teachers. Its preamble, teachers are duly licensed professional who possesses dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence in the practice of their noble profession, and they strictly adhere to, observe, and practice this set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. Article 12, entitled Disciplinary Actions, Section 1 states that any violation of any provisions of this code shall be sufficient ground for the imposition against the erring teacher of the disciplinary action, consisting of revocation of his certification of registration and license as a professional teacher, suspension from the practice of teaching profession, reprimand, or cancellation of his temporary or special permit under causes specified in Section 23, Article 3, or RA number 7836. And under Rule 31, Article 8 of the Rules and Regulations implementing RA 7836. This article will set an action if he or she violate one of the codes. There will be a revocation of the license and they can be suspended from practice of teaching. So each state has its own code of ethics for educators, outlining the professional standards and expectations for teachers. For instance, a few of the teachers in service were reported to participate in gambling, smoking, drinking alcohols, and as well as sexual harassment, just like what's seen on TVs and social medias. With this, Article 3, Section 3 was violated, indicating that every teacher shall merit reasonable recognition, for which purpose he or she shall behave with honor and dignity at all times, and refrain from such activities as gambling, smoking, drunkenness, and much less illicit relations. They can be suspended from practice teaching or more so revoke their license,
that's why we have the Article 12,
which is the disciplinary actions to take an action for these violations. So it is very important that teachers should follow the code of ethics. That's why before doing something, teachers should be reminded that each state has its own code of ethics for educators, and violating these codes can have a serious consequence, especially in this generation where anything is possible to post on different social media platforms. So teachers should be careful of their actions. The last one, Article 13, the effectivity of the action. It states that this code shall take effect upon approval by the Professional Regulation Commission or the PRC, and after 60 days following its publication in the official gazette or any newspaper of general circulation, whichever is earlier. With that, we can say that the process may take too long before it approved by PRC. So, the violation can be only effective after the approval of PRC and after 60 days. The bottom line is this code ensures that students receive a fair, honest, and uncompromising education. A professional code of ethics outlines teachers' primary responsibilities to their students and their role in students' life. Educators must demonstrate impartiality, integrity, and ethical behavior in the classroom, whether virtual or in person, and their conduct with their parents and coworkers. Um, Therefore, teachers must model a strong character traits including perseverance, honesty, respect, lawfulness, fairness, patience, and unity. And as a future educator, teacher must treat every student with kindness and respect without showing any favoritism, prejudice, or partiality. Teachers must maintain confidentiality unless a scenario warrants involvement from parents, school administration, or law enforcement, and never use relationships with students for personal gain. That's why being a teacher is not that easy. They are almost a saint because they only need to show positivity and good actions towards the students as well as to the world. That's all. I hope you learned something. Thank you. Again, I am Rochelle Mauricio from BSCD English 2-1A.